depending on where you are dialing in from. Live from San Francisco, Tommaso here with another episode of Future Back, where I made it my mission to bring daily evidences, bites of evidences for corporate executives, for corporations, directors, head of innovations, directly from Silicon Valley. Evidences that you show that the future is not going to be tomorrow, but that the future is today. And with that, I would like to emphasize and provoke some mindset to actually be more sensible, to pay more attention to what's going on today, because this might cost a lot of companies, future, if you don't pay the right attention. I select a couple of daily evidences, and I focus around data. I focus around industry and how industries are merging, if we still are going to have the same industry formats. And I curate here just a couple of articles on a daily basis, Monday through Friday for you. And I would like to kick off things today, September the 29th. It's 9:10 a.m. here in the Silicon Valley. In fact, I'm raising here my mug and taking a sip of my coffee. So cheers, good morning, good afternoon. Maybe you are in the afternoon coffee, taking a sip of my coffee. And actually, today I'm using, we have been using Restream for a while, but this time I'm using Restream connected. It should be connected with Instagram. I was just checking and I didn't see here any of my Instagram streams streaming, so there might be an issue. Bear with me, but with all the streaming chats, we are still getting here used to use those tools. Enough about what we are using and what the objective is. I would like here to bring in back one headline that we had yesterday already, and on a daily basis now getting more mature and even picking up. Palantir and Asana revive direct listings, and maybe others follow, ? Project management specialist Asana and Peter Thiel's data mining company Palantir Technologies are hitting the public market by direct listings on Wednesday, breathing new life into the IPO alternative that was once the buzz of Silicon Valley. The direct listing offer rare and critical test cases for other large startups weighing public debuts. They also come at a time when the rules that govern the direct listing process are being fundamentally rewritten, making them more attractive to cash-hungry business. This is a great news in between the storm of challenging news. What we are seeing here, two major players, multi-billion dollar, we can't call them anymore as startups. Well, still in their essence, they are. Palantir and Asana. Asana, the project management tool, and Palantir, the data mining here with a hub in Palo Alto, hitting the market, and with that basically bringing in some new cash. The interesting flow, what happens when companies cash out, or the ecosystem around those startups cash out, is that there's going to be a wave of reinvestment, because we have a set of new millionaires that are coming on the market, seeking then basically to diversify their portfolio, either on doing own startups, investing in other startups, or being part of joining other funds as LPs. So these are some good news, and I'm really curious to see here if other startups and what other startups are following. So it's a great sign that, the trends are showing it here. We are at all-time high with the New York Stock Exchange. We see that here the movement is towards the upper right side, especially corporations or startups, bigger startups focused on data are growing tremendously, and here basically hitting the market. So Asana and Palantir, they might be opening a new path for others, or another path, or a path for this year, this turbulent year of 2020. Then an interesting news, switching now from a data center company towards a lifestyle / a mission-oriented company, Allbirds, valued at 1.7 billion with latest financing rounds. Let me actually do this here. Awesome. So 3, 2, 1, flipping the screen. And good morning also to Instagram, now streaming directly on both channels here, guys. I have 2 devices because the one that I was configuring didn't work well. So we were just reading that Asana and the Palantir, the Palo Alto-based Palantir technology, making a path into the New York Stock Exchange, and most probably also hooking and creating some impulses for others. This is amazing news in the year 2020, and also now second news here: Allbirds valued at 1.7 billion with latest financing round. Sustainable sneaker brand Allbirds, so sneakers going here live, has brought in 100 million Series E, led by Franklin Templeton. Oh, interesting. Franklin, based here in Foster City with their headquarters, with participation from T. Rowe Price, Bailey Gifford, TDM, Growth Partners, Rockefeller Capital Management, and other new existing backers. The funding values the San Francisco-based company at $1.7 billion, according to Wall Street Journal. So you see here that the sneaker, they're creating a brand, a mission-oriented brand, right? They're going the value of $1.7 billion. So here the takeaway really for executives, dear ladies and gentlemen watching here, is that we need to be focused on a vision and a mission, right? And interesting enough, what we are learning right now, that this sounds pretty straightforward and easy to understand what vision and mission is, but this is not so often the case. And in fact, what we have been learning over the last 5-6 years, focused on corporate innovation, guiding executives, right, that they are literally losing the link, the way of interpreting the vision and the mission of their company. In fact, in many cases, in many workshops, in many exchanges, communication exchanges, what we notice is that the executives are more focused in expressing strategies around their quantified goals rather than really being capable of phrasing a vision. The vision is important because the vision becomes a magnet. The vision becomes for a global corporation, but also for mid-sized companies, a magnet that hooks not only you as a visionary, not only you as an executive, but it becomes a magnet for the colleagues around you. If you don't have a defined vision, if you're not really trying to make a dent in the world with your company, if you're not trying to change something fundamental, right, it is going to be very challenging and hard to win new colleagues, new brains, to create an A-team, to create a team that is really navigating with you through the challenges and aiming to reach the big picture, right? So what we see here as an example of Allbirds, which you can say, they're just doing shoes, no, but they're really a mission-driven corporation now with $1.7 billion, something that has been unprecedented before. You could just say, sneakers creation, right, within a short period of time. But you see here the importance of creating a vision. In fact, in the second book that I'm writing right now, which is Right now, the project is called You Don't Know What You Don't Know, but we are creating a framework and a methodology for executive in global cooperation within traditional industries. We emphasize in the chapter number 1 under the pillar of the strategy that you need to have a vision, and actually executives need to learn to create a vision. If you don't have a strong vision in what you have, the vision must be bold. The vision doesn't necessarily be quantified. The vision must be a goal that hooks the media, a goal that hooks the colleagues, a goal that potentially hooks investors. The vision must be phrased in, if we break down strategy, in a strategy that you are aiming to achieve in 5, 6, 7 years' time. You must be confident enough to phrase this vision, because then the strategy execution and the talent that you need to make the vision happen falls basically into well, it follows literally what you are aiming to achieve. So what's your vision? What's your vision, right? And this is, by the way, guys, whomever is watching this, regardless if you are watching this live or you're watching this on demand, what is your vision? What is your corporate vision? Is your corporate vision literally something where people say, wow, this is creating and shaping, it sounds almost cheesy, the world? Is this something fundamental? Is this something that the world needs? Or are you just doing more of the same, right? So think about your vision. Being capable of phrasing your vision, living for your vision is fundamental, right? In fact, you say, Tommaso, what is your vision? Very simple. For the last 5 years, my mission and motivation to wake up every morning is to guide corporation brands that we know that today into the 21st century, literally rescuing many of them to making the curve. It sounds very bold, it sounds very aspiring, but that's what ambition is. Many corporations, statistics show, are not going to make the curve, unfortunately, because they are challenged by new incumbents, they are challenged by new players such as startup, but also, such as the bigger players such as the Googles, the Facebook, the Amazon of this world, right? And this is going to be fundamental for global cooperation to have a big vision. Now switching gears and getting into some other headlines that I bring here Monday through Friday on this format called Future Back, where I really made it my vision to shake up some minds, to provoke some minds from executives within global cooperation by bringing them evidence that the future is not tomorrow. The future is not out there, but the future is happening today. But the problem and the challenge we have is that we are not sensible enough to read through the lines and to understand the signals on what's going on and take precautions on that. Now I would like to read this next headline here. Nuvia raises 240 million from Mithril to make climate-ready enterprise chips. You saw we were talking about here a vision, just a headline, regardless of what we were just saying, how much they raised, which is impressive, no doubt about it, right? But they were making climate-ready enterprise chips. Now, what does it read? Make the chips more energy efficient. Energy efficiency to make the world a better place is not just something that you discuss and you brainstorm about it, but it is fundamental. Hey guys, greetings here from whomever. Tatiana Benato. Hey, Tatia Benato. Thanks for following. Guys, if you have some questions, feel free to shoot them here. I'm using a tool that allows me to correlate, to centralize multiple requests and multiple streams on the same time. That's the thesis of Nuvia, which was founded by 3 ex-Apple chip designers who led the design of the A-series chip line for the company's iPhone and iPad for years. What's here the lesson learned beyond the vision, beyond the fact to express a vision that is hooking, is the team. You see, amore a Nana e a minha amiga. Well, amore, se a Nana é a sua amiga, Nana também é a minha amiga. Hola, Nana. Hey, everybody. Hola, Zé. Hola, Marcos. Bringing here some news directly from Silicon Valley on a daily basis. The episode is episode number 8, called Future Back, where I made it my vision to create some impulses, to bring some news, confronting some minds with what's going on today. Because the future is not tomorrow, the future is today. The problem is in our mind, we don't pay attention enough. We are not sensible enough. And we all claim to be just busy. If you are just busy, ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to reposition yourself for tomorrow. Statistics show that 80% of our time is just allocated towards things that we keep on doing. We keep on doing them with the same product, same target audience, solving the same problem. Unfortunately, 75% of the global S&P 500 corporations are not going to make it based on the strategy within the next 7 years. And my mission is to rescue some of those. So here we see Nuvia has closed 240 million in a Series B, a gigantic series. Usually these numbers we don't really see them within a Series E or D, but here you see a chip provider, a chip supplier, a chip vendor that has raised that amount of money. In addition to lead Mithril, the round was done in partnership with the founders of semiconductor giant Marvell, and funds managed by BlackRock, Fidelity, and Temasek. So what is it that we learned here? We learned first vision. Secondly, we learned the importance of team, who is doing what they're doing. Third, we learn that more and more smart money. What's smart money? Dear corporate executives that are responsible of an industry such as agriculture, such as a service industry, such as a retail industry, such as a banking industry, right? If you have an innovation strategy up and running, okay, regardless what you're doing, if you are working with startups, if you are building your internal programs, if you are developing some relationship with universities or labs, right? Whatever you are doing, this period of a time is a period of time of learnings. Within this period of time of learnings, dear ladies and gentlemen, you're missing out on one thing, which is opportunity. Opportunity costs are something that you cannot make and win back. Meaning what, Tommaso? Where do you want to go with that? There is no way around in you allocating a strategy, planning and mapping out the strategy where you invest dollars into startups, because you are literally investing dollars into future and owning them today and making them part of your innovation tactics, which is called a CVC. If you want to know, by the way, know more about CVC, that's one of our missions. That what we do at Awesome Ventures, which is a CVC as a service. If you don't have 50 million to allocate, which many corporations don't have, if you don't want to create a department to invest in startups, if you don't know how to vet and filter startups, well, then you might seek some help, regardless from whom, right? But there is no options, no alternatives, no way around of you doing that. This is again an impulse, an insight that we are sharing here with you directly from Silicon Valley based on what we are learning in this ecosystem, right? And now let's move on into the next headline. Green Line now valued 1.2 billion following, a 250 million Series Z. Greenlight Financial Technology secured a 1.2 billion valuation after closing at 250 million in Series C, led by Canopy Ventures and TT Capital, with participation of Investor Bond, TST Global, Goodwater Capital, FinVC, and Rely Venture. The fintech company helps parents teach children how to save with its app and debit card product. This is an amazing news for a variety of reasons here. So first of all, what is the industry? We are talking here about the finance industry. You have seen in the finance industry over the last years, months, weeks, right? A tremendous amount of new incumbents, new players, right? Storming the market. In countries where previously were not that known as really leaders or setting a pulse or setting a voice, such as Latin America becoming bigger and bigger by emphasizing even Brazil with in the industry of finance specifically, or just to emphasize one specific area here, the blockchain industry led by the app of a virtual currency, regardless what kind of virtual currency you select, right? In this specific case, what you see here is that the finance industry is segmenting and approaching a sector-specific target audience, which are parents and children that together can work to manage allowances and spend controls. Again, most executive and corporation, they try to approach a strategy just down. They just think to penetrate the market, attract the market by creating a new technology and not being segmented enough. Often an FAQ here at this place is, well, Tommaso, isn't it becoming too small because we are a big brand? Well, guess what? At the beginning, when you are trying to do a new product, solving a new problem that serves a new habit for a new target audience, it's not about you penetrating a variety of market. The more you can focus, the more you can segment yourself, the more you can verticalize your value proposition, the more specific you are on what problem you solve, the higher the probability that your innovation might succeed. Innovation is about experimentation. And within this experimentation, one of the first steps of experimenting is experimentation around your value proposition, around your persona. So if you need to define your persona, segment on your persona and see where you get traction. And that's basically when your idea starts getting valuable. And if you don't get there, if you don't get traction around a problem that you're solving in a specific target audience, you might not make it into tomorrow. So here you see a definitely huge unicorn, now at 1.2 billion valuation, having raised 215 million just recently. The app is $5 per month and includes parent management fee-free debit cards for up to 5 children. I love this segmentation. I love narrowing down and focusing on a specific target audience. And Last but not least for today, September 29 on this episode number 8 of Future Back, where I made it my mission to bring corporate executives daily evidences directly from Silicon Valley that the future is not tomorrow, the future is today, and that we need to be more sensible and read between the lines of what's going on and stop just claiming or bringing up the excuse that we are busy. Busy means just being preoccupied and allocating resources to what you're doing right now. Meaning your current product, your current target audience, you're solving the same problem. But unfortunately, this is the bad news. It's not going to reposition you for tomorrow. So this is a wake-up call. And the last headline for today, KuCoin, cryptocurrency exchange hacked for 150 million. A Singapore-based cryptocurrency exchange KuCoin discloses today a mega hack. The company confirmed that the threat actor reached its system and emptied its hot wallets of all funds. Hot wallets are cryptocurrency management apps that are connected to the internet. Cold wallets are stored offline. So basically, whomever stores it online, they were hacked. KuCoin detected the hack after observing some large withdrawals from its hot wallets on September 26th. So you see, just 3 days ago, the company said it started a security audit and discovered the missing funds. KuCoin said the hacker managed to steal Bitcoin assets, ERC20-based tokens, along with other types of tokens. Currently, the loss is estimated at a minimum of $150 million based on an Ethereum address where user tracked some stolen funds. Well, you know, every experimentation, every new industry comes with risk. This is not the first time, and I doubt it's going to be the last time that we read that regardless if crypto wallets or crypto exchange are going to be hacked. Here I read a tweet tied to KuCoin saying, Ruben Mer says, KuCoin, the 6th most secure exchange in the world according to Seer Live, has just been hacked. We're heading into 2021, yet exchange hacks and security remain a huge issue. If you think you're safe, think again. Hashtag cold wallet, own your own assets. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, dear Future Back followers, episode number 8 coming to an end on September 29, directly from Silicon Valley, where I made it my mission to bring corporate executives daily evidences, impulses, and provocations that the future is not tomorrow. I bring you evidence that just saying being busy doesn't really help you. Being busy is an excuse. I actually want to provoke you. How much are you allocating of your resources, people, money, and time to a transformative busy? How much in percentage, right? If Google says they allocate 20% to their transformative business and 10% to their moonshot business, and therefore the difference 70% to their core business, but the core business is innovation, right? How much are you allocating? It must be something less than 70%, right? Otherwise, you're not serious. You're just saying you want innovation, but actually you don't want to have any changes, right? So how much is your allocation in percentage? How much are you allocating to your core business? How much are you allocating to your transformative business? Think about that. In my second book, I'm provoking executives saying 55% to your core business, 45% gets to your transformative business, because the transformative business is going to be the business that is going actually to take you into the future. Transformative business is actually the business that is bringing you a new target audience, new processes for new products, is going to make you focus on data, right? Is going to actually help you shift from your core business into a transformative business. Well, if you want to hear more, if you think this is valuable, what I chat, what I'm doing, what I'm sharing with you, tomorrow between 8 and 10 a.m. PST, Silicon Valley time, which should be something around 5 and 7 p.m. in Europe, and in Latin America, it should be something around noon or 1 in the afternoon. Tune in whatever channel right now, streaming into Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Thank you for following. Beijo, abraços, big hugs. Schöne Grüße aus Silicon Valley. Besos, hasta la próxima. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao. Bye. Ending here the stream on